Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Black Nationalist channel. I want to apologize for not putting out any videos in the last 2 weeks. I was under the weather. So yeah, let's get started. So I do know that there are other black YouTubers out here that is talking about the news, the things that's going on that we are facing. But what I want to talk about, like I said from the beginning, my first video, that I want to touch on the behavior of our women and how detrimental it is to us and especially to our future generation of women. Well, Tarana Burke, I want to make it clear, I do not like this woman at all. I have a deep hatred for her. Now, I call her Tyrannosaurus Burkosaurus, because she needs to be extinct. She really needs to go out the way of the dinosaurs. It must happen to her because this female, this walking toxic waste dump, you know, number one, it used to be that if you are not an attractive male or female, most people who are like that, they will compensate that with their personality by having a wonderful, beautiful personality, making them beautiful on the inside so that when people see them, they can overlook that. By us being humans, we are visual creatures, and when we see something that looks nice or that looks pretty, we gravitate towards that. Now, we are all imperfect. No one is above imperfection. So you try to make sure that you do your best. If you're fat and ugly, you have to pick one and try to work on that so the individuals can overlook that. I'm just being honest with you. I have to be honest here. But see, with Tarana, she is a disgusting individual from the inside, and therefore it shows on her outside. The outside of her, the way how she looks, it is very hurtful on the eyes. It just makes you just want to shy away every single time you see her face, and especially, she's just a horrible person. Um, she is now bringing her Me Too tour to HBCUs. To those of you who's listening to me who probably graduated from HBCU, please, please, please do not think that I am going to disrespect um, you because you have graduated from HBCU. If you do not fall into this category, please, again, it does not apply to you. But we do know that we have seen quite a few individuals who went to HBCUs. Kamala Harris, we have Roland Martin, we have Michael Eric Dyson. There are plenty of others who graduated from HBCU, and they are just as confused than anyone, before they even went inside of those colleges, only to come out and perfected the art of being a house Negro. So it's already a iffy subject to talk about because there's a lot of black professionals that came from there, but the ones who graduated from HBCUs who actually made a living and who are still B1s, you are to be recommended and your example to be followed. However, like I said again, it is a cesspool to create more wonderful house Negroes. So, and the reason why Tyrannosaurus is going to HBCUs is because there are more black women that goes to those universities. So, not only are there black men and women who attend this historical, black college, they're already being taught how to think like white people, and to bring her into the mix is just even worse because she is very poisonous. She is toxic. So by her going and to talk to black women to help further corrupt them, there's a problem because see, they are the next generation of black women. And if black women want to continue to have the mindset of being a feminist, you're just doing yourself and the black community a disservice. You most truly are. You're not going to help us at all. And the reason why I say this is because, number one, black women, we have to realize that we are in competition with other groups of women. See, black men that are like our fathers, our uncles, they grew up with the mindset to be loyal to black women at all costs. Now, the new generation of black men, they no longer feel that way because there's plenty others of women out here that knows how to be a wife, that knows how to behave, that knows how to be feminine. And then their mindset, they're going to say, okay, you know what? Hey, if you want to continue on with this type of demeanor, you don't want to get yourself in gear, get yourself in shape, then you know what? I'm just going to go elsewhere. And we really much don't have anyone else to blame but ourselves. We really indeed don't. Because see, instead of working on our behavior, instead of working on how to be a woman, instead of teaching our girls what it is to be a young lady, our black man is leaving us. So now we want to include this agent Tyrannosaurus into the mix, who is now going to HBCUs to further divide our the gender wars within us. I can guarantee you that she is going to talk about or probably say that I'm sure a lot of you probably felt been harassed, sexually harassed, or something to that nature, and just basically um, feed feed them false narratives. Because remember what propaganda does, it feeds upon the empty consciousness of other people. It really does. It creates a narrative for individuals that does not possess critical thinking skills. So with her perfecting that art of propaganda, she is going to be able to she is going to be able to influence our black woman that attends these universities. That is what she is going to be doing. And then when they come out, not only will they come out more confused on if they're black or whatnot, they're going to come out with the mindset that they hate black men. So if there's any black men that's going to attend her speech, they are going to be made to feel little and small. Now, see, the world already tells our black men how insignificant they are. So to have a black woman, especially one who is unattractive, to further say that you are insignificant, that you are a predator, that you are a sexual deviant, that really has to take its toll on black men's conscience. It really has to. See, basically what you're doing is further butt breaking him. And you also becoming an enemy to the black race as well. So you're being a traitor. You're being a race traitor. So you cannot be upset when black men says that enough is enough. I'm going to go elsewhere. You cannot. There's this woman. This is why I say this woman has to be an agent, because I cannot think of anything positive that she has done for our people. The only thing that I could think of is how destructive she has been. She says that why is it her job to go after white men when we know that white men are notoriously the leaders in sexual deviancy. They are well-known predators. How to Catch a Predator is one example. They had to cut that show because there was too many white men that was being caught that wanted to rape little boys. It was too many of them. So she does not want to talk about those issues. She doesn't want to talk about the issues as to how black women are being sexually harassed by white men as well. She doesn't want to talk about, I haven't heard her speak upon this black woman who recently was assaulted by a white man. So in my mind, it's like, okay, so as long as the aggressor is supposed to be a black man, you would say something. But if he's a white man, you will not touch it. See, again, this is why I feel that she has to be an agent. You would not touch it if a white man is causing harm to a black woman, but if a black man causes harm and we do not know if he does cause the harm, you are going to be right there to tear him down. Now, I will say this, any man, I don't care if you are black, white, brown, whatever, when you do sexually harass a woman, you should have the entire courthouse thrown at you. And I will also say this as well. This system, this country has a habitual habit of painting black men as being sexual predators. They have done that for centuries. And as I may mention, white men love to say that black men are attracted to their white women automatically, which is not the case. That is not the case at all. White men love to say that black men rape their woman. That is not the case. They're not going to be prone to them to cause them bodily harm. If anything, it is the other way around. Now, I know what I said previously is how black women with their mentality, their behavior, you're forcing our men to go to other groups of women, and that does include white women. Well, if you do not get your act together, what else is he supposed to do? See, black females like Tyrannosaurus that has this mindset, this destructive mindset to tear down the black community, whatever further thread of unity that we have, your whole thing is to tear it down. All you're doing is just hurting yourself, and you're hurting the next generation of black women. Because again, black men, they have to fight this system every single day since they started to learn how to think for themselves after a certain age, when they're babies. The black man is doomed from the beginning. He is. So by you helping white supremacists to help further tear us apart, you're a race traitor. There is nothing positive to say about you. So I fear for the black woman at these HBCUs that is going to be listening to this walking toxic waste dump. I really wish that the women at those universities would do a walkout. They would boycott her, do something, because she should not have a voice in our community. She should not have a voice at all in our community. This woman is detrimental to us. She is a cancer, and she needs to be done away with. I'm talking about as far as her voice. She should not have a voice. But I will say this though. The reason why I feel that she is doing this is because she is not receiving the attention that she thought that she was going to continue to receive. I truly believe that. And I also believe that she came up with this idea that she was assaulted just to get attention. Because look at her. I mean, look at her. Obviously, her inside is very toxic and that she is not a nice lady. And so, therefore, black men was probably passing her up. She probably had that nasty, disgusting attitude that some of our women have. They're unapproachable. You can't talk to them. You're afraid to talk to them because you do not know if they're going to snap at you. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes, you walking down the street and you say hello to a black woman and she's saying, "What are you looking at?" And it's like, okay, I'm just saying hello. It does happen. So I truly believe that she really started this to gain attention because she was not getting enough attention from black men. And she is being used to help destroy. You see, white supremacy, they have so many house Negroes on the in the Rolodex. Only thing they have to do is any meeny miny mo, and then they call this individual and say, hey, we want this next thing to happen as far as to further destroy the black community. They already did that with the second wave of feminism, because the first wave of feminism, they did not want black women to take part of it. but the second wave they did, and they also introduced the welfare system. I have already talked about this, and if anyone wants to go and Google it themselves or listen to my very first video, go right ahead and do so. Because this female, this Tyrannosaurus, she is deadly. You have no idea how destructive she is. She is going out to further corrupt the minds of our black women. And more black women need to be out here and speak out against her. Every single time she says something, we need to be right there on her neck to denounce everything that she is saying, to prove everything that what she is saying is a lie. Because see, what she is doing, she is using propaganda. She is feeding off of the minds of empty vessels. And when I say empty vessels, those who we all know what an empty vessel is, but if depending upon who holds that vessel, they could fill it up with something good or something bad. She is going to fill those black women who are empty vessels with something bad, and they are going to turn out to be worse than what they were when they went inside these universities. Because see, they turned out a bunch of house Negroes. They already turning them out. I mean, pumping them out. So we're throwing her in the mix. It's not going to make it any better. It's not. And then we're going to be sitting up looking stupid saying, oh my God, this hatred, this deep hatred. Now we're already, the economist is saying that by 2053 that the black family is not going to have any type of wealth. I believe it's going to be less than that. And then on top of that, you have agents like Tyrannosaurus who's out here want to spread her hatred. She's even going to make that even worse. Because black woman is going to have the mindset that they don't need a black man. I mean, black women are already saying that they don't want a black man in the household. They are already saying that. And it's just making situations worse. You see, black women, you're not realizing that you want to say that black man does not protect us, which is a bold-faced lie. I have talked about this. Black men continue to protect us. It was black men, this recent assault on this black sister, that came out and saying that this man needs to be caught at the whole 9 yards. But Tyrannosaurus and the Me Too, and the black feminists, they was nowhere to be found. So black men continue to be loyal to us, even though we're being disloyal to him. Let me repeat that. Black men, they are continuing to be loyal to us while we, as a group, continues to display our disloyalty to him. You're only hurting yourself by you behaving in this destructive manner. So this is all that I really want to say about that, because if I continue to go on, I will start talking about her features, and I do not want to do that at all. But I just want to say, hopefully the black women who are there, hopefully they would do a mass walkout. Hopefully they would protest this. And I really hope that more and more upstanding black women will continue to put their foot on her neck, because we do not need her. I thought Cynthia G was bad, but this woman, she takes it to a whole nother level of being toxic. She takes it to a different level, and I'm still trying to figure out as to how in the world did she get pregnant and have a daughter. But you know what? I would not be surprised if her daughter is just like her. The old saying, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You never know. So yeah, that is it that I have right now. I am going to put out another video. I want to try to be ready, because I believe, it's 7 o'clock and it's Saturday. We all know that the Black Authority comes on. Hopefully he will be on time. But that is it for now, because the next video that I want to make, I'm really going to go in, because I saw a video, and black woman, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot that we need to work on. And what I am going to do is to come at it from my perspective as a woman. And yeah, I hope that it will be shared because we really need to hear this. All of this twerking, all of being sexual maniacs, just every single time I look up and I'm seeing the way how you just dance and everything, and yet you want to demand respect. No. So I'm going to have to talk about that, get this off my chest because it is needed. And I don't see too many black women that is talking about it, except for a handful. But yeah, I'm going to make sure that I put in my voice with that. So I do hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I'm going to make another one.